What's up, boys? Today we're back. We're gonna be doing a video on my 2019 Honda Rancher. I'll let you know why I chose the Rancher, as I had a couple different choices that I wanted to go with. 2019 Honda Rancher. It's got 420cc. It's got 4x4. They name it as a utility quad, as it's supposed to have a tow hitch on the back, like mainly for farms, so they can move stuff around. Just small. There's supposed to be a tow hitch here. You could bolt it on here and there, and then it like kind of sits around here, and it can't really tow much, but it can tow like enough, you know, more for farms. Yeah, it's got the red plastics. These come in red and green. This has new rubbers. They're 26. They're 26 inches. They come with 24s on them, stock. Yeah, so this is where you put her in 4. So that would be in 4 now. And that's 2. I try to keep it in 2 as much as I can, but because my tread is not as great, as you can tell, it's not very great. I have to put it in 4 more often. 2 is just a little more fun. You can slide around. This tire, I don't know if you can tell, it's got some kind of leak on it. It's sitting a little worse than the other side, but yeah. So on the newest model of the Honda Rancher, they got a compartment in the front, but in 2019 they only had this one in the back, right here. Flip it down, you can put whatever you want. I got a ratchet strap here because when we ride, we don't have a winch yet, so we just use a ratchet strap and try to pull each other out with it. A little ghetto, but it is what it is. So I'll show you the infotainment here, or the screen. So you put your key in here, lights up. You got neutral, so this is a foot shift. It's not an automatic. Automatic would have up and down button here, I think, or on this side here. I want to say it's the left side though. You got the foot shift down here, all the way down for reverse, neutral, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 3, it doesn't tell you when it's not running. When it is running, it'll tell you. You can't start it in gear, so if you're trying to start one of these and you're not wondering why it's not starting and you have it in gear, that would be your problem. I've done that a couple times before I realized. You got your gas cap right there. As I mentioned, you got your 4-wheel drive right here. So when you're riding, you can just quickly, boom, pop it in 4 if you have to, then pop it back out. You got your screen here, all the different modes. So right now you got gas. Then that's supposed to be the time, but I haven't set it. That's how many kilometers it has. That's how many kilometers on the trip. That's the coolant temp, which I usually keep it on. That's total hours. I know it has a lot of hours, but if you do the math, this thing actually hasn't been driven that hard. It was more of like a farm quad that they accidentally left. Like they left the infotainment on here, the screen on, which still counts the hours, but they probably just left the kill switch off. So the thing wasn't running. It was just, you know, clocking hours just with the screen on. So you got the hours. Then you have the kilometers to the oil change, and you got your hours till your oil change. Usually you hit the hours before the kilometers. And then, yeah, back to gas. As you see, reverse, it tells you, lights up and tells you. You got your check engine light there, and then when you overheat, that coolant temp sign right there will go straight red. Over here, you got your start. She runs very good. Then you got your kill switch. That'll shut it off. You got your lights. Oh, there we go. Wasn't working. I was like, what the hell? And then you got your highs. So highs here, regulars there. The handlebar, the grips aren't the greatest. They've been kind of wearing down. Yeah, that's pretty much it over here. Usually instead of turning it off with the kill switch, usually I just go like that, it's easier. Then you just boom, turn it back on. So, yeah. Under the seat here, it's actually a very comfortable seat. I've been on my buddy's dirt bike. I thought maybe they'd be close to that, but no, they're like way comfortable. Under here, you got your air filter. If you're ever wondering how to do that, just open up those pins. They just open up like this. They open up like this. Here you go, like that, and then do all 4 of them, and then this will come up, and you can quickly change it if you need to. It's not easy putting the seat back one-handed. Oh, that's not it. There you go. You gotta find it. So as I said, yeah, the shifter's here. You got the oil to get to your oil right here. So that's where your dipstick is. That's also where you put your oil in if you need any. A little flimsy. This one has the Ranchers have the single suspension in the rear, right there. Single suspension. It's got the drum brakes just on one side. Single suspension, you got the diff there with the axle right there. I've seen this part here just come loose and it just kind of flops in between, but it hasn't had it. I've never heard of them being a problem like that, or like I've never heard that being bad. On this side here, you got the rear brake. You got your pull cable, because you can pull start these things, although they have very good compression. Fuck. And up here, you got front brake on this side, which is my only complaint. You got the front brake that does 90% of the braking right beside your gas. So sometimes I'm going, I smash this and I'm leaning forward, and then I accidentally hit the damn gas, and then you keep going and it doesn't brake. I wish the front brake was on the left side here instead of the rear brake, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, that's the rear brake, that's the front brake. I would change it if I knew how, but I don't know. I don't know how. I'm not sure if, on the new models, I'm not sure if this had it. To get it in reverse, you have to pull this over here. You have to pull it back with it and then put it in reverse. But either this had taken off or it just didn't have a period. This is how you get it in park here. So you pull this in, then push this forward, and it sits like that, and that's how you know you're in park, or it's like e-brake really. You pull this back, and then it releases that. You can put it back. I don't leave it with the parking brake on, because then my brakes squeal after you start it back up again and start going. It's got what's it called? 2 suspensions in the front, not single, one for each wheel. As you can see, I'm not sure if these are drum brakes or disc, but I think disc. It looks like disc brakes. Disc brakes in the front, drum brakes in the back, because you 90% use the front brakes, right? Well, at least I do. In here, you got your coolant. A little muddy. Took it for a rip this weekend. Yeah, it just clips on like that. I chose this quad because I felt the power was okay. I don't really need more because I'm riding in bush. I'm really only in second and then shift up to third every once in a while. So I don't need much more power than 420. Although having an 850 like Can-Am would be sick. I just love and I also just love the foot shift, which sadly Can-Am don't have that. Honda luckily put the foot shift on these, which I absolutely love. People say, oh, gas and go, but me personally, shifting the gears, it's not like shifting the gears like manual, like the cars here. It's just like the automatic kind of shifting where you don't have to pull the clutch. It's just you pull it up with your foot, so it's not like a bike. But yeah, that's what got me to buy one of these Hondas. You got the foot shift, which I find more enjoyable rather than just the gas and go, you know, because it takes a little more technique on how to ride, and it just forces you to think, and I don't know, I just find it to be more fun with it. So yeah, that's why I chose a Honda Rancher. And yeah, you'll see some riding videos here coming up soon. I used to have a plate on the back, but that broke off. That's why I got a zip tie here. That broke off, and now it's gone. I don't know where it is actually. So yeah, I gotta go with MTO and get another plate. But yeah, should we do an exhaust clip? It doesn't sound the greatest. Doesn't sound bad either though. Oh, I might have forgot. This is gas here. Yeah. Before you get all the mud on them, sometimes they'll blue a little, which is cool. But this thing's definitely seen its mud, so it doesn't have like, it'll blue like right around here and onto there. But yeah, not much. You guys are gonna be seeing more videos of me taking this thing for a rip in the bush, and hopefully not flipping it. Nah, there's no steep hills. So yeah, you'll see more videos of that, and I'll see you guys next Monday.